is Monday, August 18th, and as you can see here, the market has opened up considerably higher. Look at this. This is where it closed on Friday, 1952 and change, opened up at 1962, about 10 points higher, roughly about 100 Dow points higher. Market is incredibly strong, and the internals are extremely strong too, extremely strong. So we're looking to get long this market on any pullback here. And so let's just take a look at this real closely here. I'll be looking to get long very shortly. I think we're going to get a nice run to the upside, but I want to hold off for just a minute to see how we react. We've got the first 3-minute bars in place here. I want to see if we can come back down and take out this low or test this low, or if we go higher and move up through the 1963 and a quarter. Okay, this is going to give you an indication on whether or not I'm going to go long for an initial burst to the upside, or if we're going to come back just a little bit here, break down through the lows before moving higher. Okay, let's hold on. All right, I'm trying to buy this market right in here. Okay, I am long right here, looking for the market to come back up and try to challenge the high of the day. So we're looking for the market to go back up to 163 and a quarter roughly and retest that. We'll see if we can break through that. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video. I'll be right back. All right, I've got a sell limit order to sell 60% of my position here at 1963. We're at 1962 and 3/4. We'll see if we can get that. And so 1963 even, which is one tick below the high of the day, is where we're looking to take 60% of the position off. So we bought 10 right in here. We're looking to sell 6 in here. I was too late to do it the first time around. It nailed it right there.
Order filled.
Okay, here we go. So we just got out of 6. We locked in. We closed $375 in profits. We still have 4 contracts left. We're going to watch this very closely to see if the market can break up through the high of the day. Remember, the high of the day is 1963 and a quarter. If we start breaking up through 1963 and a quarter, I think we could run quite a bit. But at this stage, I'm going to place the stop on the remaining 4 to below the low of the day. Okay, low of the day is 1961 and a quarter. I'll be at 60 and 3/4, the remaining portion of the position. So I've got 4 left. So let's move this down to 4. We're at 63, so we're right at the highs of the day. Let's put that stop though in. We need to put that stop in at 60 and 3/4, right? 60 and 3/4 is right there. All right, so the stop is below the low of the day. We've locked in some profit, and let's watch this to see if we can break up through. I'll be back soon. All right, look at that. We've just broken through the high of the day. We were right. This market is moving higher, 63 and a half, 63 and 3/4. Let's take these fibs off. And let's watch this. This is nice. This is what I like to see. Just as expected. I'm going to be real tight on this. I'm going to actually move that stop up to below the bar that we're on now. That low is 62 and a quarter. So I'm going to go move that up to 61 and 3/4. Now I'm going to move everything up to 61 and 3/4. Take this off, right? We're going to cancel these orders here. So that's out. So we're going to go to 61 and 3/4 now below this bar, right? That's simple, right? 61 and 3/4 right there. So now we're pretty much at break even on the remaining portion of this position, and we'll see if we can move higher. Okay, so look at, we're up to 64. High of the day is 64 even. Let's see if we can break that round number. Pretty much at break even on the remaining portion of the position. So let's watch this closely. I'll be back shortly. All right, as you can see here, I'm looking to take another 2 off at 64 and a half. Right at the high of the day, you'll see that order, that limit at 64 and a half, and then it'll leave me with the remaining 2 contracts, and then we'll see if we can really milk this. But let's go ahead and look to take off 2 here at 64 and a half. So it's at 64 and a quarter right now. High of the day. Here we go. So we took off 2 more. That leaves us with 2. So we've locked in now $650, and we've got 2 left. So let's go ahead and cancel this to have 4 here. So let's just get rid of the stop And we're going to now move that up to below the last bar's low. We're going to go below 63.5 to 63.25. The remaining portion of the positions is 63.25. Look at this market move higher, huh? 63, but we're going to lock in some profit there, 63.25. See how far we can take this, okay? Look at that. So we're up almost about $1,000. We've locked in 650. We've got 2 left, and look at this, market's moving. So this is nice. All before 10 o'clock, so the market's been open 27 minutes. And so far, we've been right on the nose here, right? We bought it near the low of the day. But it's a classic trade setup because we gapped higher, and this is a strong market. So I'm going to pause the video again. But again, my stop is trailing stop is at 1963.25, locking in profits on the remaining portion of the position. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move that stop up. Again, from 63.25, and I'm going to move it up to 63.75. So let's just go ahead and make it real simple. We'll cancel the order there and go 63.75. Right, we're moving this up consistently here. 63.75. Right, 63.75. Locking in a couple points on the remainder. We're up almost $1,100 at the highest point. 1966.25. Remember, we bought this initially at 61.75. So we're getting a nice run here, and it's just after 10 o'clock. So we've taken off profits. We've peeled off 2 sets of profit targets here, as you can see on the limits. And we're just going to trail it up. We're going to see how big of a move we can get this. So I'll be back again. All right, market's starting to pull back a little bit. So it hit a high so far today. 1966.25. 1966.25. Our stop is at 63.75. Looking to lock in on the remaining small portion of our position. So we'll see if we get hit here. If so, that's fine because we're still coming out nicely ahead today so far, and market's only been open for 36 minutes. So again, our sell stop is below the 10 o'clock bar's low of 1964.25, below the round number of 64 down to 63.75 right in here. So we'll see if we come down. If not, if we pop back up and take out the high, then that'll be also a really good sign that this market should continue moving higher. But we'll see if we're pulling back. So I'm going to pause. All right, I am back one last time, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and move that stop up to below these pivot lows here. Those lows are 64.5. I'm going to go to 64.25, up from 63.75. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel this again. Right, cancel that order. Boom, take it out and go up to 64.25 right there. 64.25. So I'm just moving it up a little bit. 64.25. Again, my net long position's at 61.75. So I'm locking in 2.5 points on the remaining 2 contracts that I have, okay? So, again, patience is a virtue, especially when you trail up a stop, right? So the trade triggered, what, 18 minutes, 15 minutes into the open, right? Could have been in and out of this before 10 o'clock, but again, I chose to trail it up, and that's what I'm doing, so I'll be back. All right, I am back again. Look at this market. Market hit a high of 66.75. The low of the bar that hit the high was 65.25. The following bar was 65.25. The following bar is 65.25. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it from 64.25 to 64.75 to lock in even more. So I'm just going to go in here again, real simple, cancel that sell stop order, and bring it up to 64.75 now, okay? 64.75. Boom. 64.75, locking in even more. So if the market takes out these lows here and breaks down through the round number of 1965, I'll be taken out. So I'll be back short. All right, here we go. Market has come up. It looks like we're going to be taken out at 64.75 on this bar. We'll see. We've traded down to 65 even. We haven't broken down through the round number of 1965 even. We just hit it. We're at 64.75. So we're still hanging tough on this trailing stop. But like I say, if the market breaks down through 1965 and hits the 64.75, I could see this market rolling over a bit here, okay? So we don't have as much momentum to the upside as I thought we'd probably have by breaking up through the highs up in here. We're pretty much meandering right in here, even though the internals are still pretty strong. We're getting massive divergence all over the place in the internals, like the NYSE tick, the advanced decline line on the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the New York Stock Exchange. So we'll see. I'll be back shortly. All right, as you can see, I was taken out here on the trailing stop right in here. Okay, so I had a good trade. We bought it here. We took some profits here, here, and trailed it up and got stopped out here. We closed out 900. Ooh, I can't write. So we closed out $950 in profits today, right there. And it is 10:30. So in the first hour, made 950. So not bad. All right. So hopefully that trade helps. It was taken relatively early in the morning. You see how I took off logical profit targets, right? Took off 2 sets with profit targets right in here and then trailed up the stop. Took a while and got stopped out right in here. Okay, hope that helps. Have a profitable day, and I'll be back with you tomorrow.